chosen ones, empaths, the narcissist is jealous of you. You have to understand how they done their manipulation. They come around us and they mirrored us. They pretended to be like us. They mirrored us to such a degree that we thought these individuals were our soulmate. We thought they may have been our friend. We thought they may have been a real respectful business partner. Whatever the case might be, right? They mirrored us, or a loving family member, I forgot to say. They mirrored us to such a degree and had us believe this false narrative. Now, let's just look at that situation for a minute. Why would someone who is ultimately evil, disgusting, horrible, got no empathy whatsoever, they're devoid of it in their prefrontal cortex of their brains, why would an individual start pretending to be something they're not? Do you understand what I'm saying? They actually pretended to be like us. They pretended to be into the same things we're into. They pretended that they had a care for the world and a care for their brother or sister like we have a care for the rest of the world. They pretended that for a long period of time in some cases. Some cases, even decades. We was around these individuals and we had no clue what really lurked beneath. We're talking about coverts here, because coverts will operate in this way. They will pretend to be like you. They will mirror you. Okay? That is your biggest fan. You see? They're a fan. They're a hater, but haters are your biggest fan. You see, all the while when they were mirroring you, pretending to be like you, they resented you. They hated it. But they never told you. They never told you during the good times, the so-called good times of the relationship. We're not talking about the devaluation phase. We're not talking about the discard. We're talking about the times when everything was okay. And we believed that we were in tune with our other half. Or we believed this was a decent friend. Or we believed this was a respectful associate for work. Whatever the case might be, we looked at them and we held them in a high, prestigious place. We thought they were a good person because of their acting. They acted continuously. All of this tells me this is someone extremely jealous that wants to impersonate us. You see, they got so close. Don't think about the things that they've said to you when you've broken up with them, or you've fallen out, or a discard's happened and they've told you some hurtful comments and their true colours have been revealed. Don't think about that. I'm talking about all the acting they done. They come around our families in some cases, you know. They come around our children. They come around us pretending that they're a good person. They're extremely, extremely jealous. They're extremely jealous that you're able to empathize with people in the world. They're extremely jealous of the way you converse with the human race. They're extremely jealous of the rare set of traits you hold as an empath. The way you have a heightened intuition. You're a being of light. You know? You can make the room feel warm just with your presence. You can heal people. just by speaking to them. You know, you might not be an avid talker. You might be someone who likes to keep to yourself. I like to keep to myself, you know. But in discussions that you do have, they resented you. They were watching, you know. And you know something they would probably do? You know how they're very like sly and all that stuff. If you was ever in a group gathering with them, maybe some friends round, or you was in a group of more company than just yourselves, you and the narcissist I'm talking about, they'll do little subtle things like, for example, start praising someone else for something that you possess. You know, when stuff starts to get a bit rocky, when the mask starts to slip a bit, if we was only aware, we wasn't aware to the point that we're at now. But they done things like that. They praised other people. They triangulated with other people. They praised other people for deeds that they done when we done exactly the same deeds and got no recognition. This is their jealousy. They're jealous. So they want to try and make you feel down. Right? We probably were blissfully unaware when they were doing this. You know? I've seen it in my own story. The narcissist praising someone else, even though I'm actually doing the same thing they are, or I've done more than they have. But you know what? At the time, in a romantic relationship, when I had my fuzzy love goggles on, I didn't even notice it. It's only when I look back in retrospect. And as they say, hindsight's a wonderful thing. But what I'm saying to you now is, right, they are jealous of you. They've always been jealous of you. They saw you, however situation you've met them. We're not just talking about romantic settings here. We're talking about friends. We're talking about colleagues. We're talking about business partners. We're talking about family members. These individuals saw you and they resented the fact for the person that you are, but they never had the courage to come up and tell you straight to your face, I resent you. I detest you. Yeah, they might have told you that at the end. Yeah, they may have got nasty at the end. But they never told you during the good times, the so-called good times, inverted commas. They never come up and told you that, right? They just pretended to be like you, pretended to be into the things you're into. All of this has a very strong smell of jealousy. They're very jealous. They're very fake. Okay? They're fake. They're little parasites and they're very jealous. That's what they are. They're jealous. The way that you can interact. The rare person that you are, the unique person that you are, the persona you have, they wish they had. Oh boy, do they wish they had empathy. They don't understand. You know, times if you were together with the so-called narcissist and you might have helped a person in need, you know, or rescued a kitten from a tree for someone. I'm joking, but you understand what I'm getting at, right? Maybe some of you did do that, but I'm saying you've done a good deed and they stood next to you. They didn't understand why you'd done a good deed, why you would support a stranger, why you would help a person in need. But they continue to act like they're in tune with what you're about. They mirrored you to such high degrees. They were basically like your twin. And yeah, it got nasty towards the end. It got nasty. They said some hurtful things. But that's when their mask has slipped. That's when we've clocked on, yo, you're a fraud. You know what I'm saying? You know when we've clocked on, yo, you're a fraud. That's when their mask fully comes off. They even are aware when you clock onto them before you clock onto them. Let me say that again. They're even aware before you clock onto them. Before you clock onto them, they're aware that you've clocked onto them. You know, they realize they made a mistake. They're like, oh, geez, let me cover my steps. But it's too late. We've seen them for what they are. We've seen them for the parasite that they are. And that's when they get nasty. That's when they say some hurtful things. Remember, we're dealing with the same person that maybe for decades walked around pretending to be like us, pretending to like the same things as us, pretending to, do all of these things, mirroring us to such a high degree that we thought they were our soulmate. We thought they were our best friend. We thought they were down to a real moral business partner, whatever, right? They mirrored us all this time. And then we're going to believe the words that come out of their mouth when they turn nasty. Don't believe the words that come out of their mouth when they talk nasty. They're just talking fraff. They're just talking rubbish. They're just trying to hurt your feelings. They know the jig is up. They know the game is up. So all they want to do is try and tear you down. Don't believe this stuff that they say. Don't believe the stuff that they say when it gets nasty. This is why they go off and do things. When you've seen them for the fraud that they are, when you've seen them for the fraud they actually are, and they know they're a fraud, they sometimes disappear. Sometimes they'll cut you off. Sometimes they'll start a big smear campaign against your name and start turning everyone against you and make you out to be the evil one. You know why? Because they know they're losing, so they want support from others. They have to start festering around other people to garner supply. Because they've lost the main person they were focused on. We've done so much for these individuals. We do so much for people. We give so much to life itself. We give so much. And they couldn't keep up with us. Their mask slipped. And you just have to face it. Their mask slipped. We clocked onto them. We saw what they're about. And it is what it is. It is what it is. We just have to be careful going forward. Because let me backtrack. It's sad that we allowed someone to occupy our company for a period of time, however long that might be. And we didn't truly know what was beneath the mask. That's where I kick myself. Because I look back and there's so many glimpses of this parasite, of this demon, of this dusty weirdo. There's so many glimpses of this dusty weirdo. That I was blind to, in my romantic setting, in friendship settings that I've dealt with, there were so many signs that these people are nothing but parasites. But me, as a loving, caring empath, and just like you as a loving, caring empath, we gave them the benefit of the doubt. So many times we gave them the benefit of the doubt. These individuals muscle their way in, squirm their way in, any way in. They need you. You don't need them. We don't need them. We do not need people like this around us. At all. But the narcissist is jealous, extremely jealous of the empath. They're extremely jealous of where your future's going without them. After you've hit the end of the line and you've both gone your separate ways, whether it's romantic, whether it's friendship, whether it's your colleague, whether it's your business partner, and you've both gone separate ways now. They're jealous of where your life's going. Don't be down. Don't be sad. Don't be upset. One door closes, many more open. Many more doors will open for you. These lot don't know where they're going. They're heading down a dark road. They're heading down a bad path. They're heading for destruction. Karma's coming their way. But you've got things that are going to come ahead of you. I know you may need some time to heal. You may need some time alone. You may need some time to recuperate and gain your senses after what's just happened to you. It's traumatic. These people leave us with post-traumatic stress disorder. And I'm telling you, even a friendship can do that. Because it's happened to me. They can leave you so scarred. But remember, when we get scarred, empaths, when we get scarred, what happens with a scar? You've probably heard me say it before. The scar is a thicker skin. God and the universe has given us tough skin, thicker skin. That's what we've got now. Not that we've got this thick skin so we're going to withstand abuse. We haven't got this thick skin so we're going to withstand abuse. We've got this thick skin so going forward, when other people try to enter our life, we've got this thick skin. When they try and do their manipulation, or they try and mirror us, or they try and gaslight us, or they try and do some other toxic sort of trait to us, right, that narcissists do, we've got this thick skin. We're going to be like, yo, that hasn't even penetrated. That hasn't penetrated my skin. I got thick skin now. I got tough skin. You know? Maybe back before, that might have made me shed tears. Maybe back before, that might have made me feel down in my spirits. But we've got a newfound spirit now. We've got a newfound spirit. This is a new lease of life that we're walking in now. Yes, it's lonely at the start. If it's been a romantic relationship that's brutally ended from a brutal discard or whatever like that, yes, it's lonely at the beginning. Yes, it is. I admit that. It's lonely at the beginning. Even a friendship, you break up with a friend that was your best friend and you thought they were really cool and you thought they were good. Yeah, you can have a sense of loneliness about it. But when we know what these individuals are, we know what these individuals are now. So when we meet these individuals in the future, other individuals, yeah, because remember, it's the same enemy, it's the same devil, the same negative energy, however you want to look at it, it's the same thing attacking through various people, okay? It's attacking through various people. It's using them as a vessel. So they try to come into your life through various ways. But we've got this thick skin now. We've got this newfound spirit. We've got this new sense of discernment. We're going to cut it off. I made a video the other day about severing ties with toxic people immediately. It needs to be done. Sever ties immediately. Cut people off. That's what we got to do now. Because before we went through this experience, before we went through this and fully endured this experience that we've gone through in life, we would have felt guilty as an empath. We'd have felt bad. Oh, I don't want to do that. Oh, I feel bad. Oh, I don't want to cut someone off. Oh, I don't want to do that. And we start feeling for them and feeling guilty about it and all that. No. Just cut them off. Yeah? Cut them off. Phase it out, even. Phase it out. They'll get bored. They'll find someone else to go to. It's their loss, not ours. But remember, I know I've gone off track in this video. Well, it's not off track. It was a discussion. It was just, I wanted to express myself about this scenario, about them being jealous. And these individuals are so jealous. As I said, they were jealous at the start. So they pretended to be like you. There's a little recap now. They pretended to be like you. They mirrored you. They got close to you. If it was romantically, they got intimate with you. They pretended to be into the stuff you're into. They pretended to be what you're about. But all the time they were resentful, envious, jealous, hateful, resentful. You know, they couldn't take it. The fact that you had this quality about you as an individual, you know, but they never told you that. Then it got nasty at the end. Fast track it through. Got nasty at the end. They called you some things. Yeah, that hurt us momentarily, but this video will clear it up. Don't believe a word that comes out of their mouth. They're fundamental liars. They lie through their teeth. They're not honest. They're not honest to God. They lie. They manipulate. They cheat. They steal. They are deceivers, right? So now we know that. We never need to let these words harm us that they said to us. If you've gone your separate ways now, it's cut off. It's done with. That's it. Now, these lot will still be preoccupied with thinking about where you go in your future. Wow, how well you're going to be doing in the future. They know how much potential you've got. They was around you for so long. They studied you like a university degree. They know how much potential you have got. Your potential is infinite. Yes, you might be down at the moment. Yes, you might be feeling lonely at the moment. Don't let that loneliness make you just jump to someone else and try and heal through people. We can't heal through people. We need to heal alone. We can destroy good people by not being healed from our past relationships. We can destroy good people. We can destroy good, honest, loving people by us not being healed. So please take your time apart before you engage, even in a new friendship. You know, if you've got some wounds from a past friendship and then you go to another friend, it's the same sort of thing. It's going to happen. It might not be as extreme as it would happen in a romantic setting, but I'm saying you need to heal from whatever type of relationship you was in, right? You know, if you was in a business relationship with someone and you was your business partner and your business partner ripped you off or cheated you or tried to steal from you or something like that, if you got involved in a new business partnership, you're going to have certain insecurities about that business partnership with this new person. So that's what I'm saying. We need to heal. We need to understand, don't go in too deep with people. People need to earn our trust. That's how it is now, you know? We've got this newfound spirit. We've got this thick skin. We've got some scars, but they're thicker skin, right? We've been through the wars. We've got some thicker skin. And that's what it's all about. It was all a lesson for us to learn about this subject, about these demons that exist in this world, that are extremely jealous of you, that hate the person you are, but never got the guts to tell you, that felt inferior. I made a video about it. Type Zion inferiority complex. That will touch on it a bit deeper. They have an inferiority complex. They feel less than us, right? They feel less than us. Type Zion inferiority complex. It should come up. I think that's what it was called. Yeah, I think that's what it called. It should come up. But they feel inferior of us. They've always felt inferior of us. You know, we was looking at them level to level, eye to eye. We was looking at them as one of our own. We was looking at them, you know, one of our own. And they just weren't on that level. They always felt lower down than us. So they used to do their little backhanded stuff, try to drag us down, backbite against us, slander our name, smear our name, talk bad about us, do this, spread lies, spread rumors, slander, whatever else they do. You know, they tried to drag us down. They tried to drag us through the mud, you know. You've got to understand now. Never, ever, ever believe anything that comes out of the mouth of a narcissist. Even when it hurts. We've got this tendency, me too. We've got this tendency. We know they lie. We know they cheated. We know they stole. We know they done bad deeds. We know they wronged us, right? But then when they turn nasty and start saying hurtful things, we believe it. We're like, oh, I believe that. Never let it touch your heart. Never let that stuff faze you at all. Never let it bother you. You know, these narcissists have hated you from day one. They've been jealous of you from day one when you met them. They never told you then nothing. So just because their cover's blown, just because they've been exposed, now they want to start getting hateful. Now they want to start telling you this. Now they want to start telling you that about yourself. But they never wanted to tell you nothing way back when. They wanted to be around you and mirror you and pretend to be like you and pretend to be into the things that you're into and all that. If they're extremely honest, they'll tell you, hi, I suffer from an inferiority complex. I'm extremely jealous of you. I'm very envious of you. I resent the person that you are. I don't know how you actually are so kind, loving, pure, honest, true. I don't know how you do all of this stuff. It really baffles me. I feel less than you. You make me feel away. This is what I'm saying. We made them feel away. The whole time they were around us, we made them feel away. Just by us being our regular selves. We made them feel away, man. Just by us being our regular selves. These lot are delusional. These lot are ill. These lot need help. And we're not going to be the ones to save them. You know, save your empaths out there. I know you're listening. We've got that streak in us. We're not going to be saving these narcissists. There's nothing that can save them. They're loose cannons. They're gone. There's no help that can... No therapy. If you go to therapy with a narcissist and you sit down, I'm telling you that therapist is going to be bashing you, making out you're the problem. You're going to walk out of that therapy session like, whoa, you know? You're going to be walking out of that therapy session like, whoa, I'm the problem? Oh my God, it's me? You know, that's how a narcissist will reverse things on you. They'll project everything onto you. You know, never go to therapy with a narcissist. And even if they go therapy alone, they're not open and honest to be, you know, in therapy sessions, you need to be 100% honest, true about your feelings, about how you feel. If you really want to get any movement done, if you really want to gain any momentum in overcoming certain obstacles you're facing in life, in therapy, you need to be 100% honest. If you're not 100% honest, it's never going to work. And a narcissist lies through their teeth. They care too much about their image. They care too much about that. They're never going to tell the truth. And so many therapists haven't got narcissistic experience or haven't dealt with narcissistic abuse, shall I say. They might have read about narcissists from a book, but they haven't been on the receiving end of a narcissist to fully understand what it's about. Some of you lot are more educated. We are more educated by dealing with narcissists in narcissistic abuse than trained therapists and that. Because if you ask them, have you ever been in a narcissistic abusive relationship, friendship, or anything like that? And they say, no. I've read in a book about narcissism. I've read that narcissists are grandiose. I've read that narcissists are covert. I've read that they're going to be throwing all these literal terms at you with no real depth and no real meaning. You know? You being through the abuse situation, you have now got a newfound spirit and discernment that is going to get you through to your end of days. Trust me, it's like a navigation system. It's like a GPS. We're going to be navigating past all of these narcissists now. When these narcissists try to creep up, you know, just phase it out with them. Cut it off. Phase it out. Cut it off. You know, that's what it's about now. I haven't got time for it. You haven't got time for it. We do not have time for these lot anymore. Resentful, jealous, not happy for you, don't wish well for you. The list goes on. The list goes on and on. These lot are ill. They need help. They're never going to be saved. Listen, God is leading them on a delusion down a very dark path. And don't go down that path with them. Get the hell away and let them go. I know if it's a loving relationship, it hurts a lot to see someone you loved for maybe decades going down this path of destruction. But you know what? You've been awoken. You're an awakened, however you call it, empath now. You was an empath before, but you've awakened to the fact of narcissistic abuse. This is what it's all about. It's like the Matrix. We can either take that pill and go back to sleep and pretend everything's okay. The narcissist is fine. They were just having a bad day. Forgive them, all that crap. Or we can take the other pill and know fundamentally we're dealing with a demon. We're dealing with negative energy. We're dealing with someone who is ill. Really ill to the core of their being. And we take that pill, the awakening pill, and we take that. That's what we have going forward. We're awakened. Trust me, narcissists can put you back to sleep. Narcissists can actually put you back to sleep. This is how jealous they are of you. They will try their manipulation. No matter how much wrong they've done to you, they will try and make you go back to sleep. You know? Forgiveness is a wonderful thing. And I'm all down for forgiveness, right? And I'm all down for relationships working out, you know? I'm all for that. I don't like separation. I think it's a bad thing. I think separation between people is bad, you know? I think it's a bad thing to separate. I think forgiveness is great, as I just said. But when it comes to the narcissists, we can't forgive them for what they've done. We can't forget what they've done. We can forgive them for our own heart, right? But we can't forgive and go back to normal how it was before. You just can't with a narcissist, right? You just can't do that with a narcissist. And that's why I'm saying about the separation. In a normal, functional relationship, it's sad when two people separate. It's sad. It's like, oh, they separated. Oh, they're not friends anymore, or they're not spouses anymore. It's sad, right? Two people broken up. It divides the family home, messes up the kids, all of that. But with a narcissist, we have to actually separate. There's no choice in the matter. We actually have to separate. There's just no choice in the matter. You need to go your separate ways. You have to. For your own sanity, you have to actually escape the clutches of a narcissist. So, you know, regular people, you can forgive them. Yeah, no, it's cool. Oh, you meant that? And you explain and they meant, oh, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do that. And you explain and you forgive and all of that. I'm down. I'm a forgiving person. You know, I'm probably too forgiving. But when it comes to a narcissist, I'm not forgiving you. I'm not. And neither are you lot. Don't forgive them at all. We forgave them for stuff through the whole time. When we was in these relationships, whether it's business partner, romantic, friendship, we were constantly forgiving them and forgiving them and forgiving them. Countless times we forgave them. They looked at that as a weakness. They never appreciated that. They never looked at that. They looked at that as a weakness. You know? They were probably resentful, like, oh my God, how did he forgive me for that? Or they thought, what a fool, how did he forgive me for that? You know? Don't forgive them and separate, you know? It just has to be done. Has to be done. So just understand, the moral of this video is basically, we allowed these parasites, these leeches, these demonic entities, these negative energy creatures, whatever the hell they are, right? They are that. Because it's in a brain scan. They're not like us. They're just not like us, right? We allowed them so close to us in whatever format that is. Romantic, friendship, business partner, colleague, family, friend, whatever it is. We allowed these people so close to our hearts. And you know what? It done its number on us. We went through abuse. No more are we tolerating that kind of crap, right? So many people get pulled back into the clutches of the narcissist. And it's sad. Do you know, for every person that awakens from narcissistic abuse, do you know how many people go back? They go back to being friends. They go back. The narcissist lures them back. It's not always with a hoover, like, oh, I love you, this, that, the other. They just come back and lure you back in. We have to be strong. We need to be the ones that don't get pulled back in. Right? You can't get pulled back in. You have to go through the lonely spell in life. The lonely spell is an important, very, very important part of life. Is to go through being lonely. I had so many friends. Do you know, now I can't even count them on my hands. Because most of them, if not all of them, right? Sorry, I can count them on my hands, right? But I don't even remain in close contact because I see tendencies. I'm not saying they're all narcissists, but I'm saying I see tendencies in these so-called friends that is no good for me. I'd rather not be around them. I see tendencies. I saw full-blown narcissism in some of my friendships, and I've seen full-blown narcissism in my ex-partner. We haven't got time for that, you know. Honestly, I'm telling you, we can never let them pull us back in. We cannot let them pull us back in. But I hope, I pray, I ask God to guide you, I ask the universe, I ask whatever you believe in, whatever your ways of worship are, I ask, please don't let you fall back asleep. You know? Don't fall back asleep. Don't get pulled back in. I'm telling you, it's dangerous. You need to stay prayed up. Just use this discernment you've been given. You see, the period of loneliness, when you exit these relationships, because these people were so inundated in our life, you know, they might have been coming from all angles. You might have had a friend at the same time you had a partner. I had a friend, and at the same time I had a narcissist romantic partner, and I was inundated, and I had a toxic friend. I was inundated by these negative spirits. I was inundated by them, right? And what I'm saying is when it all comes to a crunch, when it all comes to an end, you're put through this period of solitude. You're put through this period of alone time to literally mold you and shape you and build you. It's the foundation level. This period of solitude alone is not forever. You know, I'm not in a partnership or anything with anyone now. I'm not, you know, married or anything right now. I would like to do it in the future. But for now, I'm going through my season of solitude. And this is what I'm saying. People get scared of the season of solitude. People get scared of, oh, I'm going to be alone forever. I'm going to be alone forever. Like, da, 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 da. And they go back to the narcissist. We can't afford to do that. These people are jealous. These people are resentful. These people are hateful. These lot do not wish well for our lives and our well-being. And just because we're too afraid to embrace our own thoughts in our own mind, being alone for a period of time. I'm telling you, some of you out there might be back to yourselves in 3 months, 6 months, you know. It's taken me a lot longer. But I'm saying some of you out there will be able to deal with it quicker than I dealt with it. So it's not like you're going to be alone forever. And especially in the romantic setting, what the narcissist does is it makes the scope only focus on them. I've gone through this already. Post-discard, after the narcissistic relationship, all I can see is them. There could have been people that are more attractive than them. There could have been people that were more whatever than them, yeah? But I wasn't interested in anyone else. All I could see was them. That's what they do. They dampen down our senses. They dampen down our awareness. They dampen down everything and make it solely about them, focused on them. They make the scope in on them. And this is how they pull us back in afterwards. No matter what wrong they've done to us, no matter what pain they've put us through, they make this scope focused on them. But I'm telling you, it goes away. You know, it goes away. Now, that narcissist, ex-narcissist, and the other ex-narcissist friends and all of that, or psychopath friends, they're my sworn enemies now. You know what? I've got past having hate for them. I've got past having hate for them because hate only destroys your own self. I've got past having hate for them, but I'm saying to you, they're my enemy. I will never forgive them. I don't want to be around them. Even being around their presence, if that time ever arises, I will need to get away and escape. It will drain my energy to my core. I can never be around them again. And please, people, just do not get pulled back in. These people are jealous of you. They're resentful of you. They're hateful towards you. They're revengeful. They wish no well for your lives. But I'm telling you, it's all based on the inferiority complex of them feeling less than you, of them being jealous of you. They're jealous of the person you are, and they want to block you from your potential. These are like dream assassins. They want to block you from this path that you're going down. And I'm telling you, if you soldier on through the time when you're alone, if you soldier on through the time when you're alone and actually embrace the alone time, you have got good things ahead of you. I'm telling you, blessings are going to come your way. It might come in the form of money. It might come in the form of another spouse. It might come in the form of another friend. It will come in another way. Blessings will come your way. You just need to walk down that path and stay away from the dark path of the narcissist. So anyway, thank you for watching today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can find a link in the description box. And if you'd like a one-to-one session with myself, you can also find a link in the description box. Currently, I've got a secondary channel, spiritual channel. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.